What is up, my WAP movie realists? Once again, I am Matt, and we are here for another real review. If you didn't already today, before I even get started with this, because I know everybody really wants me to jump into this, so I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. If you haven't already today, checked out the reaction I did for the new trailer for Joker Folie à Deux, please go ahead and do that. But do it after you watch this review. It's been up for a few hours, but you have time. Just we're not even here to talk about this. We all know why everyone is here. Because at the end of the day, this has been everyone's most anticipated movie of the year, besides possibly Dune, and that is none other than Deadpool and Wolverine, the long-awaited sequel to Deadpool 2, which honestly I think is not that great of a film, but we're not here to talk about that. But it's also Deadpool's entry point into the MCU. And that is what is really important. But honestly, more importantly than that, this is Hugh Jackman's return as Wolverine, which also makes it his entry point to the MCU, which everyone has dreamt of for years and years and years, and it's finally here. And not only that, the man is in the classic yellow suit. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So, everyone wants to know how this movie is. And I'll get to that in a bit. But first off, I got to give out some flowers. Shawn Levy, fantastic direction. This is a movie that could have easily gone off the rails, especially considering the amount of fanfare that goes into it without going into too many spoilers. I really thought that Shawn Levy, who also directed the Adams Project, which is partly how he has this relationship with Ryan Reynolds, did a really good job, and I'd love to see him do more entries into the MCU. You can see that he puts so much care and passion into these projects that he does, and whether that be Stranger Things, whether that be now Deadpool and Wolverine, or the aforementioned Adam Project, the guy is someone who paid his dues and is now getting the credit he deserves in this industry. And getting a project like this is a big just accolade for him, and I'm really happy that he got to do this. Now, let's talk about this movie a little bit. So I saw it last night. I've been marinating on it for several hours. I also did put out my instant reaction, and I stand by my instant reaction. My biggest complaint about this movie is that the first half hour or so feels a little bit rushed. The pacing just feels like boom, boom, boom. It's not until we get to the Void and meeting Cassandra Nova that this film really starts to begin to slow down and settle into what it is going to be the rest of the way, which is that buddy cop road trip adventure type movie. I really dug that vibe, and the chemistry between Jackman and Reynolds is just fantastic. I mean, second to none. You want nothing more than to just envelope yourself in this story and just figure out this will they, won't they work out a real partnership, and will this Wolverine, who they've made clear in the trailers, is someone who is considered the worst Wolverine in the multiverse, will he be able to redeem himself for his past transgressions? Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is never going to get old. It really isn't. I really dug everything that they decided to do with his character, but it felt like he never left. And that was something that I thought was really important to me. It was just a beautiful moment to see him in that yellow suit. Although something I did like I'm making clear I did like this, is they subverted our expectations of how we are first going to see him in that suit. And while some people may not like it, I really vibe with it, because I know everybody's probably expecting this grand type of entrance of him in that suit. And I don't know if the general audience or comic fans, for that matter, who have been looking forward to seeing him in that suit, are going to appreciate how it's done in the film, but it makes sense to me. Also, what Ryan Reynolds does with this character, or I know he has a hand in writing the script also. What they did with this script was tell a love letter to what the Fox universe was and what the Fox universe could have been. And there's one character who you'll meet later on in the film that especially exemplifies the could have been that I was very happy with. And I was giddy. I was with my buddy, and we were both just jumping in our seats like, oh my God, we can't believe we're actually getting this. And there's quite a few moments like that. And that's what I want to get into. Another thing that I didn't really love, but I liked at the same time. I love the cameos. However, some cameos fall flatter than others because they clearly aren't using the original actors. And it's one of those things where if you're an eagle-eyed fan, you're going to notice, hey, that's not the same person. But for the most part, if it's someone who isn't the same original actor, they don't speak. So it pays off in that regard because it's not like you're having somebody else really portray what that character was or try to match what the actor did. There's a few of the ex-villains that you've seen throughout the trailers. If it's been in the trailer, I'm speaking on it. That's about as much as I can really speak on in terms of this film and not spoiling stuff. So your Sabretooth, your Pyro, both haven't been in trailers. They both speak original actors. Cool. Other ex-villains that you've seen throughout the trailers don't, and the reason being is because it's not the original actors. It works, and it doesn't work at the same time. It took an adjustment for me, but there are certain characters, because I grew up on those X-Men films. Those are still some of my favorite films of all comic book movies. So to me, whenever I saw certain characters on screen, my mind couldn't get off of, oh my God, that's a dollar store knockoff. But I get it. There's only a certain amount of money you have. There's a budget, and you got to work within that. And some of the names that were attached to those characters are either harder to get because they or just they don't even want to waste the time getting them. That's the business. However, one thing I want to give props on is although the marketing campaign did spoil a couple cameos like a Sabretooth or another character who I won't speak on because their appearance in the third and final trailer upset me because we have been told by the actor who plays the character that no, I'm not in it for months, even though reports said that they were, but it had gotten to the point where they spoke so much that you were starting to believe no, they aren't in it. And then the marketing campaign goes ahead and spoils it, which sucks. But because of all of the other cameos and great moments in the film, you can live with it because there's so much more you are rewarded with than what was given away. And the marketing campaign for this film did a great job of sure, yeah, let's give you a couple of the ones that were just rumored forever, but they didn't give out the best ones, which is something I can really get behind and appreciate. So if I am going to give this film a rating, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I've been going back and forth on this. I do think it is the best Deadpool film. I think the second one is not good at all. Is fine at best. I shouldn't say not good at all, but it's fine. The first one is good, but this one, doing what it does is in bringing Deadpool into the MCU, while also respecting what the character had done before, and bringing Logan, James Howlett, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman into the MCU as Wolverine was all major to me. The performances are great. As I stated before, Shawn Levy's direction is great. The script is fun. It is an overall film that you're gonna have fun with. It is the typical pyramid on the top. It is a summer movie through and through, and I hope you guys go check that out. But with that being said, that's my review. So before I get out of here, Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow everything we're doing over here at Watt Real Entertainment. But also be sure to follow our sister channel, Watt Gaming. That's where myself and Taylor and a few other of our guys, our Twitch streams go to live post Twitch. So if you haven't already, go follow us at twitch.tv/WattRealEnt, like in this top corner. And yeah, check out all that. Check out the aforementioned Joker 2 trailer. But first and foremost, and most importantly, go check out Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters this weekend. And I know you guys will have fun with it. But if you've seen it already, or if you haven't seen it, or you're just excited for it, or just when you do see it, come back here, comment on the video, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until then, see you next time. So signing off, folks, I'm Matt, and this was another Real Review.